You know, I know a lot of folks when I talk about this look at me and go, the band, really? And to the point a lot of people say, why do we even fund the band? What a waste of money. And I would say I have become a believer of the power of it, and it's really that community relations. And I think what we need to do is understand how to use it and how to employ it.
Kirtland Air Force Base has one of the largest special operations training facilities in the U.S. Combatant commanders rely on the specialized skills these airmen receive. But loud aircraft and regular nighttime missions create a public relations challenge which threatens the success of the program. Base leaders use the Air Force Band to bring understanding of the mission and help mend relationships within the community.
They were able to go out very discreetly and take our issues and our talking points, and they wove them into their performance. What was taking months of hit or miss negotiations and people not wanting to talk, the Air Force Band provided the venue that broke down those barriers, started the conversation, and we've been able to make progress that we weren't able to make for years. I can't think of a better training environment than New Mexico, and that's why it's so vital to have good relations with our local community, because if we lose that training area, I don't know where we would replicate it.
The powerful and unique capability Air Force bands bring to audiences worldwide make them an irreplaceable asset for both military and civil diplomacy. The State Department routinely leverages Air Force bands stationed overseas to perform all over Europe, Africa, and the Pacific. Their extraordinary talent, strategically placed, directly supports U.S. foreign policy, providing access to strategic locations and generations of people like no other diplomatic capability.
The younger generation in Singapore doesn't remember the Vietnam War. They certainly don't remember World War II. And so the context of the U.S. presence in this region is different than, say, how their parents and their grandparents would have seen it. We constantly have to regenerate those relationships with the generation that will be influencing the next 20, 30 years of not only Singapore's history, but also regionally.
Relationship building extends to multiple theaters of operations, where showing a positive face of America is critical to the national security strategy.
As the CFAC, as the Air Component Commander forward, when I brought the band into countries, they became the face of America. And they presented the best of what America and Americans' military does for the international community.
Performances in host nations are particularly important for military leaders who work to build strong bonds with the local public. This band, stationed in Germany, maximizes their time by performing the night before flying to Mauritania.
In many countries in the world, the last thing that a citizen would want to do is to have contact with their own military or their own police. For those who have been taught to have suspicions about the U.S., for them to see an American military band embracing Mauritanians and embracing Mauritanian culture and celebrating how our two peoples are working together for the benefit of both, that is a very powerful message.
And that's an important face for us to put forward, while at the same time we bring military might and military power that creates effects. We bring soft power to the battlefield as well, and the effects they create can very often be the most lasting effects.
Air Force bands have a rich heritage and play a vital role in our nation's defense. Engagements by bands support the national security strategy and are a key component to building relationships and partnerships. Bands perform all over the world, promoting U.S. national interest at home and abroad, connecting with generations of audiences across the globe, and sharing an enduring message of reassurance and friendship.